pockets there. But there are certain areas, culturally, ethnically, that we just seem to run up against a stone wall and trying to get our message out. And that's a difficult thing to do.
My experience is that people will call me and say, how do we recruit Hispanics? Just because I'm Hispanic, therefore I know. But it works sometimes.
Yes,
you need that person on your staff, on your board, somewhere to be able to just be there. I'm a specific Hispanic. I'm from the Southwest, and so I don't know things about maybe Cubans or Puerto Ricans or people from Mexico or even, we're just a unique little group. And so a lot of times I don't know the answer. All I say is keep going and get someone that looks like them.
Right.
Get someone, and you found that answer,
exactly.
to get someone that looks like the community you want to recruit from.
That's my advice for the tribal court programs. You have to have a native person, from that tribe, from that nation, or it won't work. It's been proven. We've tried it. It doesn't work.
Are you saying within the various nations it has to be your
Pawnee Nation, a Pawnee person?
Really?
Ogallala Lakota has to be an Ogallala Lakota. It's the only way that we've found that it works.
What it's going to take is, first of all, recognizing in our own community what are the issues. You looked in your community and decided what it would take. We have to do that in each community. And then we have to be honest and say, well, in certain cases, will it help if we meet with community groups because we don't have anyone on staff or board yet? But we got to start somewhere. So let's, as you suggested, let's meet with community members. Maybe they can suggest some folks who could sit on our board who can help us develop a plan and get out there and have a different type of face that the community then will see that they're included.
Part of it is you have to understand the community and what it means and the things that we may carry along with us, and going in department stores or going to a restaurant and looking at the waiter and thinking, everybody got served but me. And it may be that it's a bad waiter, but historically what I'm going to feel is that it's because of my color, and that's why he's not waiting on me. So when you send someone into the community to help someone, you have to remember this is everything that people bring along with them.
And you have to be prepared as a program. I know we participated in a Hispanic town hall meeting, but the materials that we brought were all in English. So we weren't very effective. We didn't do a very good job. I think we did more harm than good in participating in something like that and being unprepared.
And I think we have to learn from the mistakes and the honest mistakes we make. I think the key is that you tried it and you learned from it. And so hopefully through that process, the next step will be stronger. And I think that's what happens in our organizations. We keep going back to where we need to be, and we learn from what we've experienced. Because I think diversity is not an event. It's not just numbers. We're not going to come into a room and say, oh, we're diverse now because I'm here. When I showed up in my organization, I brought diversity because of who I was. But that only began the process.
And I think for programs, even beyond having that diverse group of faces in your program, it's important to let those people be in positions where they can influence the way that your agency communicates and the way that it reaches out to people. It isn't just enough to have the people there. It's to have them in some kind of position to influence what's going on.
I went out to the community and I said, we need you to give back to the community. And they said, give back to this community? They've taken everything. Why? So I had to change it, and I had to say, let's give back. Let's help our children. Let's help our children. Help our Pawnee children. And when we approached it that way, they could better understand it.
I think that the CASA network as a whole has only started to make advances in inclusion in the last 5 to 10 years. And I think that we still have a lot to go in terms of putting people in decision-making ability.
Why did it take so long? Why has it taken us so long to get to this point? And part of it is that why do it? Why do diversity and why change it if some programs are going to say we're there? We help kids, or statistics show that we help kids. And so it needs to come back to this thing of how are we going to get it done? We're going to do it. Let's have a plan. We're going to do it in 5 years. We're going to do it in 3 years. We're going to do it. And why are we going to do it? We're going to do it because of the kids.
And I think